afternoon and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cynthia, and today's tutorial is going to be the making of what? Corset, like the one you're seeing right here, okay? So I'll be teaching you how to cut a corset, okay? Alright, and so if today is your first time of coming to my channel, please give us a thumbs up and also what? Hit the red button below so you always get notified whenever I upload video. And to my old subscribers, I just want to say thank you very much for subscribing. Okay, let's go into the Okay, welcome back to my channel again. And today's tutorial, like I said, is going to be the making of what? Corset, okay? I'm teaching you how I got this beautiful corset. And this corset is going to be having a yoke on this on this area. Okay, so now we already have our basic body. So if you're making a corset, you should know how to draft your basic body. So this is our basic bodies. Now if you don't know how to draft the basic bodies, I'm going to be putting the link below so that you go and watch how to draft your basic. I have the video, so you go and check how to watch how to cut the basic body. So you need your basic bodies to get your corset. Okay, so now I have my basic bodies here. 10 inches is my bust point, and then my under bust is my half length is around 17 inches. So let's go, let's see. My bust point is 10 inches, which is here, and then my underbust, the underbust I'm working with is 12.5, which is around here. The half length I'm working with is 15.5. Then I have extra 1 inch for my allowance, so I will draw the underbust, which is around here. Then the next thing you should get is your nipple to nipple. We'll be getting our nipple to nipple. So in that basic bodies, if you go and watch the video, I explained how to get your nipple to nipple in case you forgot to take your client's measurements. Now for bust of 35.5, I'll be taking my nipple to nipple at at 8 inches, okay? So it's almost 36, so I'll be taking it at 8 inches divided by 2 is equals to 4. Your nipple to nipple, or you call it your bust pan separation, whichever one you are calling it. So we have it at 4 inches. So I'm going to draw a straight line to meet my 4 inches. Now you're going to come from your bust point and measure to your under bust. So let's see how many we have. So I have a total of 2.5. So now I'm going to be determining my upper bust measurement. So whatever I have here, I'm going to add it here. So I have 2.5 from my bust point towards my under bust. So I'm going to still put the 2.5 around my upper bust measurements. That is the distance from this place, the distance from here towards around here, okay? From here to here, that's my upper bust measurement. That's what I'm trying to get. So I'm going to just draw a straight line. So this is it, okay? So this is the straight line. So I'm going to come around here. That's the under bust. I'll take 1 inch on both sides, like we normally do when we are doing our bust here. And so at the upper bust measurement, I'll be taking 1.5 inch on this side. I mean on this area, okay, which is here. So I'll take 1.5 inches here, and then around the inside, I'll be taking 1 inch so that the bust can protrude very well. So I'm going to take this one down to meet the underbust, the waistline, and then this one will enter into the bust point, this one the same way. So let's connect together. So we are taking it down to meet the waist, okay? That's our half length. So it's getting to the half length. So now we are going to take this to meet our bust point. So I'll be using my pattern master. If you have your French curve, you can use so that it looks very smooth. So just play around with your French curve or pattern master until you get exactly what you want. So I'm going to connect it this way. So you see I've connected this, so I'm going to connect this one too. So I've just connected this, and the next I'm going to be connecting this one also. I've connected this one, and then we connect the last one, okay? So we are connecting this also. Just take your time, eh? So you just look for any sharp edges and try to smoothen it. So here I'm going to smoothen it very well, so that there won't be any sharp edges, okay? So this is it, all right? This is the first step. Okay, now the second step is that you're going to be getting a cleavage, which is around here, this place. You can see there's a separation around this place. It's called the cleavage line. So what we are going to use here, let's see how many we have here. So we have 1 inch here. So we are going to be taking ½ inch, okay? Remember, here is 1 inch, so we take ½ inch here because it's on on fold. So let's take ½ inch. So I'm taking ½ inch here, and then I'll take the ½ inch down to meet my underbelt. So let's draw a ½ inch. So this is our ½ inch. It's going to be serving as our cleavage a cleavage separation, okay? All right, so now the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to start connecting my corset. So what you do to connect your corset is you take it from here this way like this to meet here. You see how I connected it? Now I've connected here, so let me smoothen it with the help of my French curve or pattern master, depending on the one you are working with. So I've just connected this, okay? Now to connect this place, you're going to measure what you have here. From here to here, you're going to measure what you have from here to here, okay? So I'm going to measure it now. So I have 3.5. So because in a female bust or in your bust, you discover that this side is more fuller, and so we are going to make here more fuller. Since here this area is 3.5, we're going to be adding ½ inch to it to make it 4 inches. So yeah, we're putting inputting our 4 inches around this area. So okay, we are now going to connect this to touch this place, okay? So you see it's touching it, okay? All right. So now the next we are going to be doing right now is to also measure this place to see what we have here, to make sure it's 4 inches. So that's from here to 4 inches, okay? From the dot here to 4 inches. So I'm going to be putting it there. So this is our 4 inches around here. So I'll still connect the line to meet that place. So this is it. So you can use your French curve to smoothen your line. So you see, I've been able to smoothen the line. So next we are going to be putting now is our neck line. Okay, so I'm going to come to my upper bust line, which is around here. Remember, we took our upper bust line, which is around here. I'm going to come here and I'll be taking out 1.5 inch. You can go as deep as 2 inches, okay, depending on what you want. So I'll be taking 1.5, which is here. So from here I'll connect it to meet the dots I have here. So let's connect together. Now you can choose to make it a sweetheart, you can choose to make it a v-neck, or whatever you want, okay? So I'm going to make it a sweetheart like this one. Like this one, you can see. I'm going to make it a sweetheart like this one. So I'm going to come in this way. Like I said, take your time, okay? Do not rush it, just take your time. So we have it here now. So this is my neck line. So next I'm going to do is to connect this to enter into the armhole. Okay, now if you see the armhole I'm working with right now is almost the same thing with with where my bust is, but still I'm still going to what, connect it. So I'm going to connect it to meet what, the armhole. So I've just what, connected it. Now here I want a yoke. So because I want a yoke, I'm going to be adding something here just to make it look protrude, like a curve around that area, because we want a what, a yoke. So just watch how I get it. So this is it, okay? So I'm going to cut off the yoke and then we'll continue. So this is it, okay? I'm trying to cut out what, the yoke, so we continue with our work. So this is the yoke. That is if you are using a yoke, like in the picture you are seeing right now. That's the style, exact style I'm making. So there's going to be a yoke, but I'll be using a nude yoke, okay? It's going to be very transparent, a nude yoke, okay? That's what I'll be using to make this. So this is my yoke. So I'll just set it aside and then we'll continue with our work. Okay, the bust I'm working with is 35.5 and the under bust I'm working with is 29. So 35.5 divided by 4 is 8.8. So I will put it here. And then I'll be adding my allowance. So I choose to work with 3 inches allowance. So you work with the one that works best for you. I like so much allowance on my work. Then when I'm through, I can trim off. Okay. Then the under bust I'm working with is 29. 29 divided by 4 is 7.2, which is around here. Now if you remember, we took out that around this area, so we are going to be imputing it back. So I'll put back the 2 inches that we took out and then 3 inches for my allowance. So I'm going to connect. So just connect. And so I'm going to cut it off and then we do the back also. Now I'm going to show you how to cut this, okay? But before I show you, I will also show you how to get the back. So let me use the remaining pattern paper to show you how to get your back, okay? Now for this particular tutorial, the back is supposed to be a normal basic bodice, okay, with high neck and all that, because it's going to have a yoke. But because of this tutorial, because it's a corset, I want to teach you how to make a corset. That's the back also, so that you know how to make it. So what you do is this. Depending on what you are using, if you are using a loop, that's if you're putting a rope on your back, what you have to do is you're going to minus 2 inches from the back. You cut it this way without putting any zipper allowance and still minus 2 inches from the back. If you are doing if you are making the loop, okay? But if you're not making a loop, you want to use your zip. What you have to do is you place it this way, put your 2 inches zipper allowance, okay? You see how I'm placing a 2 inches zipper allowance. So this is what I do whenever I'm making my own. It's very, very simple. I'm going to get the bust band separation, which is around here. After the 2 inches allowance for my zipper, I'll just place it here just to indicate where the line is, and then indicate where this one stopped here, and then here. Okay, so this is it. Now I'm going to start connecting it. Just follow that procedure. So this is our bust band separation. This is where our zipper is going to be the 2 inches. That's around here. And then I'm going to connect this way, and then I'll connect from here to here. So this is our back, okay? Let me cut it out so we see it. So this is it, okay? You're going to write it up and and up, okay, so that when you're sewing you know where to sew. Then this is the down, okay, because most times it will confuse you. So this is up and this is the up. So this is the two back side, this is the side, the center side for the back, the zipper side, the center side, and the what, the side. Okay, so right now let's continue with the what, with the front. So I'll set that aside. Let's continue with what, the front. So now I'm going to start cutting it out. So this is it, okay, this is our what, our corset. But I'm going to be making the three-way corset, okay, but you can still use it this way if you want, you feel like. But no, I don't like using my own this way. I like making a three-way corset. Now look at this one we have here. After I finished making it, I had to use a net to cover it. But if you look at it very closely, I made a three-way what, corset on this one. So I'm going to be doing the same thing on this one. So first of all, you're going to label your work. This one is 1 and this is what, 2. Okay, always make sure what you label your work. So let's do it now, the three-way corset. So the first thing I'm going to do is this. I'll be taking 2.5. We go with 2 inches. Okay, let's go with 2 inches. So I have 2 inches here and 2 inches and 2 inches. So the same thing, I'll apply the same thing here. These lines, I'm going to connect them now so you see it. So I'm connecting it now. So I've just connected this one, and then I'm connecting this one too. So I'm going to cut it off, okay? So you're cutting it off right away. So the 2 inches, we cut it off. 2 inches, don't forget. So with these 2 inches, I'm going to just join it here. Join it together. I'll use my tape, my masking tape to hold it. So this is it, okay? So this is a three-way what, corset. This is a three-way corset. So when I'm joining it, I'm going to be joining this way, or join this way, and what, this way, so you can see it. So we are joining what, this way, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be making also another video how to what, sew this. I think I will make another video how to what, join your corset. It's really work, okay? But because of you guys, I'll make a video on how to what, join this corset. Okay, so please, if you find this video very helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, okay, so that they will also partake from what you are learning. Okay, so this is the back, the two sides, the back. This is what the corset. This one is sitting this way.